Oh shit, here we go again.
If you were born in 90s or late 80s, you have probably heard this line 100 times and got so excited every single time. In my opinion, GTA San Andreas was the biggest revolution in video game industry, mostly in terms of world building. A whole generation of gamers just dropped every other game and started doing meaningless shit in GTA, waging war against LSPD, picking up hookers to test the car's suspension, or finding stuff in the weirdest places. As an 8-year-old, when I asked my father about this, he said it's a neon police club. Most of our childhood, we actually lived in this game. Tried everything we could think of. Flight with the almighty jetpack. We even started doing honest work by bringing the sick to the hospital. Yeah, maybe we ran over a few in the process, but end justifies the means. Most of us had that one friend who told us if we go far in the sea, we reach a secret new city with lots of new missions. Finding out you got pranked teaches you an important lesson, and that is, in life, sometimes it's better to die than go back the way you came. But hey, if you put a tape on the X button like me, instead of holding it for an hour, at least you're just naive, not stupid. Since then, 2 other GTAs has been released and another one is on the way. But let's be honest, the other ones are not as enjoyable as San Andreas. If you're one of those who gets tired or bored after an hour of playing GTA V and don't know why that is, you've come to the right place. And no, the answer is not gonna be some cliche like nostalgia or the good old days. Hello everyone, Old Soul here, and in this channel, I look at games as forms of art. If you enjoyed,
you shall subscribe.
So, the first reason that you never could have guessed it is nostalgia. No, I'm kidding. Nostalgia plays a part in every old game we experienced as a child, but its effect is far less than what we're gonna talk about. I actually wondered for so long why it's so hard for me to do stupid shit in GTA V, and I just want to finish the story first, until I came upon Cyberpunk and it hit me. There are actually 2 factors in San Andreas that does the same job, and that is Sandbox being entertaining. The first one is the gangs. That's what Cyberpunk made me realize. The clash between Grove Street, Ballas and these useless idiots who I never learned their name creates the premise for that beautiful story, but that's not its only job. It's impossible to see a bunch of Ballas members and resist the urge to attack them. And with the territories map, oh, it's so satisfying when these purples become green. Eventually, the game just wants to shock you when you go back to Grove Street for the second time and see the Ballas captured it. God, how insulting. It feels like the Nazis took back Europe. GTA V is an amazing game and I love it. I know the concept of gang wars wouldn't fit in this one, but that's what it lacks. Not gangs, but constant entertainment. I know it's a sandbox and we should find the entertainment on our own in these everyday usual stuff, but there should be some gate for it, an opening. The gangs were the gate for San Andreas. You'd start a fight with some of them and then it would escalate from that. Maybe by accidentally shooting a cop and having to fight 2 groups of Nazis now. Or maybe an NPC runs you over and now you have to take revenge from an unconscious, unreal being. The thing is, these fights always result in something else and the chain of events begins. That's the case for Cyberpunk too. Almost every time, fighting a gang results the death of an innocent person and NCPD chasing you. But gangs are not everything. There's a bigger factor at play which I see rarely in other games. The city being alive. Back in 2004, it was so hard for games to have dense and crowded areas, so it would be considered as an achievement. Maybe it has something to do with that. Walking and driving in this game feels like you're in a real life city. That's weird, right? Shouldn't it be backwards? I mean, this game has like what? 40 variations of NPCs? Shouldn't the games get more and more realistic as we go? Well, not always. Sure, in terms of graphics and details and physics, of course the newer games have more to say, but back then, game development was less about making money and more about enthusiasm. So the feeling, the joy cannot be recreated. No reason to believe me, see for yourself. These are 2 of the most crowded places in both games.
No way, you geek. Oh, my car is going to overheat.
Just listen to the sound of the cars and their horns. I think in pursuit of beauty, we lost something important, and that is the feeling. Please subscribe if you want to see more content like this and drop a like if you enjoyed. It always means a lot to me, and as a wise man once said,
be safe, friend. Don't you dare go hollow.